Happy New Year, guys! Oh, 2020. Wow. How has 10 years gone by? Like, I just don't get it. Oh my god. I'm turning 26 this year, which means 10 years ago I was 16, which was 2010, which means that was the year I left high school. I'm just gonna let that sink in and make myself sad about feeling old. Anyway, back in the video. Yes, obviously a new decade, a new year. I had an amazing holiday. I just relaxed really. I went down the shack with my family for a couple of days. Sat at home, played some games. Didn't really do any shopping, which was a bit weird for me. My partner and I are saving for a house currently, so that's where the financial situation is at. You know, priorities this year, people. Yeah, I hope you guys had a really good holiday too. You know, a really good Christmas, Happy New Year, safe New Year. Let's hope that 2020 is a successful year for all of us. More happiness, less of the bad would be great. What are your New Year's resolutions, by the way? Let me know down in the comments. Not really resolutions, but like what you want to achieve this year. Like for me personally, I guess I just want to kind of worry less, like be less anxious, which is like easier said than done. I want to just be happy in the moment, stress less, and just be happy. I feel like 2019, oh my god. 2019 for me, well 2018 and 2019, let's be real, was mostly about finding a job that I love, getting in my zone, being in a sort of a more happier place, which I found my dream job and my dream job that I love. So that was definitely a goal for 2018/2019. And I've just been sort of loving life around that area. Anyway guys, this is my first video for 2020. Let's get the ball rolling, shall we? Today I'm sorry I'm looking a bit weird at the moment with my hair. After this video you'll be seeing me try out a new hair straightener that I bought. My other one died, so I got a new one. So I'm going to be trying that out today, but it'll be uploaded a little bit after this one. Just going to be doing a chill one, just a chill sort of chit chat, sort of get ready with me. I'm not going to be doing anything today. It's a weekend, got the house to myself so I can sing, dance, act a little bit crazy and film a video. I actually haven't really done a like get ready with me doing my favorite makeup, like my everyday makeup you could say. I do my makeup differently, or my eyeshadow differently every day, just because I like to sort of jazz it up a bit, but my go-to is sort of neutral, especially for work. But yeah, I haven't really done one of those before. I've kind of done all these crazy sort of makeup looks, which I love, but I just thought, well, it's probably best if I do a sort of, you know, general one. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. I've scooted you a bit closer. I've sort of learnt from my previous videos, I've scooted you guys like way too close to my face, and it's hard for me to sort of do things and I'm moving, and if I move down here I'll be out of the frame. So at least for here I feel like if I move a bit it's not going to be as bad. So I'm going to be going in with my eyes as usual first, and I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the original one. This is legit just my favourite. I've done eyeshadow before without the primer, and I feel like it literally makes my eyeshadow not last. Whereas if I use the primer, or this is the only one I've ever really used, so I can't attest to anything else. But I feel like it just works really well. The eyeshadow doesn't budge, it doesn't move around my eyelid of the day, and I just love it. So to start with, I'm going with the Huda Beauty Nude palette. Love this palette, it's a favourite of mine. Take it out and it's got the little thing. But here are the colours. As you can see, you can probably see my favourites. I've pretty much hit pan on the base shade. But these are just absolutely gorgeous. I don't really use the glitters too much. We're just going to be going in with the shade Tickle, which is this one right here. Some on the brush there. I'm just taking this on the Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease Brush, the 231. As usual, tap off the excess and just go in. I start going in like halfway and putting it into my inner corner. And I don't get people that can do one eye look and then move to the other eye look, unless you're doing a completely different look on each eye. I feel like, especially with complicated looks, I'd get so confused and it wouldn't like look the same. While it's fresh in my mind, I like to, even if it's a basic look, I like to just go straight in with the other eye. So mum and dad are away at the moment and Cameron, my partner, is away camping. So as I said, I've got the house to myself. I'm having like, you know, a good time, some music, singing at the top of my lungs, all that. Anyway, had a shower this morning, as I usually do. Just got out of the shower in my dressing gown and I hear a knock at the door and I'm like, and like usually, like my dog, Mumble, who's getting a bit old, he's 13 this year. Usually he's going a bit deaf, so he doesn't hear as good as he used to, but usually he'll bark at the sound of something. And it wasn't a very loud knock at the door, I'll give that. It was pretty faint, like I think it was like a couple of knocks or something. I'll continue that in a second, but I will just go in with the next shade. So now I'm taking the Modern Renaissance palette. Something weird happened to my palette. I feel like a setting spray or something leaked on here. And now I've got this like weird stain. It's meant to be this beautiful sort of like dusty lilac kind of colour, but it's got these weird stains now. So it's like the packaging's kind of bit average now, but this is the Modern Renaissance palette. As you can see, the colours in there that I absolutely love. I go in with this pink one, sort of lilac-y one, a bit like how I've done with the inner lid of that. We're going to be going in with Cypress Number, which is this darker brown colour for the outer corner. Got a lot of colour on there, and now we just tap off the excess and start on the outer crease. So yeah, as I was saying, he usually barks, but he just didn't bark, and I, you know, heard a faint knock and I was like, oh, that's a bit strange. And for some reason I was like, oh, go see who it is, even though I'm in my dressing gown. I've just gotten out of the shower, so my hair was already crazier than this. I've got no makeup on, obviously. Couple of pimples floating about, but anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll just answer the door, see who it is. Like, you know, it could have been a family member or something, because most of my family live where I am. So yeah, I just didn't really know, didn't really think. Anyway, open the door and it's two Jehovah's Witnesses, like male Jehovah's Witnesses. And that hasn't happened for a really long time. They were very nice. I don't like to, and like, you know, everyone's opinion, but they're just, you know, doing their job, doing their work, doing God's work. You know, like everyone's got a job, like call center people that call you up and they try and sell you stuff. As much as it is annoying as hell and I say no thank you, not interested, I always make an effort to say no thank you, and if they keep persisting then I sort of hang up. But they're just doing their job, really, you know, they're just trying to earn a bit of money. That's the only job they've got, you know. So yeah, sorry, we're just taking it on the outer corner and bringing it up into the crease like the other one. So yeah, anyway, I was, you know, do you have a moment to talk? They didn't say talk about God, but they just said, do you have a moment to talk? And I was kind of like, and they're like, oh, you know, apologies, because they saw I was in my dressing gown. Like, oh, we're sorry too. I'm like, no, it's fine. It was weird talking to a stranger in my dressing gown, I'll give that. But so anyway, they just started talking, listened to what they had to say, and they gave me like a little brochure, which I appreciate. You know, they must get so much shit sometimes, like from people. At the end of the day, they just want someone to listen. They don't really want, and even if you don't say, look, you know, even if you say, look, sorry, I'm not interested, they'll take it at that and leave. But I just thought it was really interesting. Like, I'm just not, you know, I just don't like offending people, and I like to listen to what people have to say. You know, I feel like everyone has, you know, an opinion. Everyone has the right to talk about it. So I don't know, I'm just not rude like that. I just felt the urge to hear what they had to say, basically, and they were appreciative of that. And again, this year I feel like I want to listen more. I want to listen to more people. I want to take a moment not to just disregard someone of what they have to say. I just want to take more time this year to listen to people and yeah, listen to what they have to say, because I feel like less conversations go on in the world today, and I don't know, I feel like people just need to listen. People just need to listen to people. That's what we're meant to do. We're just going to tone it down just a little bit. I'm just going to be going back in with the Modern Renaissance, and I'm going to be going in with Warm Taupe, which is this sort of very pale brownish grey kind of colour. I'm just going to be toning it down just a little bit. And I always do this. I mean, it's up to everyone. Everyone can go heavy and then go light, or just do a bit of a light one. I always go in heavy just because I feel like I kind of need to see my eyeshadow from the beginning and see what I'm doing. And then, yeah, you can always change it up a bit later. Just going back with the Modern Renaissance, taking Born Fresco, which is this colour I reach for all the time, just to tone down the pink just a tiny bit. Just taking that in the same brush and just lightly packing right over it, because it's not really losing the colour so much, it's just taking off the edge of how dark it was, if that makes sense. Just for a little bit of sort of inner corner highlight and a bit of glitter, because I always like to add a little bit of glitter. I don't know why. I mean, I could go for a completely matte look, but I just like to add a bit of glitter. So I'm going back in with the Huda Beauty Nude palette and reaching for Crave, which is this beautiful sort of golden foil here. It's golden coloured, but there's a lot of little sort of different reflex in it, which just gives it that beautiful subtle little bit of glitter with not too much and looking too overpowering. But just swatch that on the end of my finger there, literally just going in with my finger on the inner corner. Taking that brush and just touching up where I went a little bit crazy over this side. And just to sort of go above my brown, just to make it sort of blend in and look a bit, sort of neutralise it up there. I'm taking the Morphe M330 brush, which is just a beautiful sort of tapered blending brush. Just going with a new nude, going in that beige shade. Top off the excess, and then just going just above the shadow and just sort of blending it in. Then I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid liner. In my other video I mentioned that I got the Urban Decay Provision eyeliner, I think that was crap. This has a brush tip applicator which is very, very black. This eyeliner is just so good for people that are crap at eyeliner. You literally just hold it and drag it. The ink comes out perfectly. It's just so good. Really recommend if you are thinking about picking up a liquid liner and you're no good at it, you're just starting out, get this one. I'm using the Fasali Unicorn Essence Drops. Get the dropper and do the little Instagram, you know, Instagram dripping thing. Taking my trusty beauty blender and a bit of MAC Fix Plus, I just like to give my face a little quick spritz. And I like to give my sponge a little quick spritz, even though it's been wet already. I just like to re-dampen it with this. Foundation, I'm going in with the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. This is the best foundation I've ever used currently. I'm in the shade 140 and it matches me perfectly. My beauty blender, and pump some on there, 2 pumps, and I just dab it on my face and then bounce it in. So I start sort of blending on the inner corner, or the inner of my face, and then I blend outwards because I feel like I get the most coverage around the areas that I want, because you don't, well, unless you've got major pimples and scarring and stuff on the outside of your face, you really want to centralize your foundation on the middle of your face. Next I'm going to be taking the Benefit Boing Concealer, and I'm in the shade 1. I'm just going to be taking that very lightly around the bits that I want to highlight, but also the bits which I feel like I want a bit more coverage. Going with the Hourglass Veil setting powder. Love this. It's so beautiful. You just screw the lid off and there's a little H for hourglass, and you just tap the powder into the lid. I semi-bake. I take a bit on my sponge and I just ever so lightly do it under the, not directly under the eyes, because I feel like that's when you get the creasing happening, but just a bit below, on my sort of upper cheekbone. I also take a little bit in that problematic area that I was mentioning that sort of moves, even though eventually it moves, it sort of delays the process by a few hours, which is nice, I suppose. Let's take a brush. This is just the Tarte Cosmetics Unicorn Collection cane they came out with. I just take a bit and do the rest of my face. Now we've done the face, we're going to be going with brows. This is the Benefit Brow Styler in the shade 3. Absolutely love this. I can't not do my brows now without using this. I just do my brows ever so slightly because I feel like they're just a bit uneven sometimes. So I just sort of fill them in just a tiny bit because I feel like I've got quite thick bushy brows anyway. I vary between the 24-hour brow setter and the brow bone condition primer, but today I'll just use the brow thing. Mine's old. I feel like I should get a new one because it won't shut properly. Moving on to bronzer now. I usually use the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega bronzer. I'm not sure if they've got this exact one in the white anymore. I think they've got it in the black. The Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush 127. It's a beautiful sort of tapered bronzer brush. Just take some in there, back and forth, tap off the excess and go to town. To contour the nose, I'm just going to be taking any sort of brush and I just lightly go down my nose a bit. Sort of take my beauty blender and I just bounce it to blend it in a bit more. With the actual bronzer on my face, I'm just taking that like translucent powder brush, not any powder on it. And I just like to sort of fluff it a bit, back and forth, up and down, all around, just so it's not as harsh. Recently I discovered Benefit's Cookie. Now this is a beautiful rosy gold sort of champagne vanilla-y colour. I'm going to be taking just any sort of highlight brush. This one's just from Mecca Cosmetica. I'm just going to be dabbing it in there. Tap off the excess. I'm just going to be going on my cheekbone, bridge of the nose and the cupid's bow. So for setting spray, I like to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Holy Grail. It just works. What can I say? It just works. It locks in my makeup day and night. It feels really good. I feel like it's actually set my face as opposed to other ones where you feel it on your face for a bit. Then it just feels like a refreshing spray, where this is just so good. Sort of fan that with my hands because I don't actually have a fan. Once that's sort of dried off, I just take my beauty blender again and just tap in the excess just to sort of blend it out. For mascara, I've just found a new favourite. I'm yet to get a big version of it, but is the Urban Decay Pervision mascara, which is really weird. It's in black, which is really weird because the eyeliner that I got in this Urban Decay Pervision eyeliner was terrible because it was a brush tip applicator and just didn't work. It was just quite dry, product didn't disperse, whatever. But the mascara, however, mascara is really good. My go-to is the MAC Lip Set Pencil in Boldly Bare. It's just a beautiful sort of dark nude colour. And then for actual lipstick, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Powder Bullet lipsticks that she's brought out. They are just absolutely stunning, and this is in the shade Joyride. And it's just this beautiful bullet lipstick nude colour. For gloss, I love the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. This is just such a beautiful pink nude gloss. It's very sparkly, but it's just beautiful. It's so wet and glossy. Oh, I just love it. And the smell of it is just so amazing. It's like candy. And that's it. This is how I pretty much do my makeup almost every day, in some way or another. Like I said, I do different eyeshadow looks for work and things like that. I don't do the lipstick too much at work and stuff like that, but this is just my sort of everyday go-to. The light pink sort of brownish inner corner with a bit of glitter, with the outside brown outer corner, a bit of liner, a bit of mascara, a bit of lip with lip gloss, bronzer, highlight, sometimes blush, and yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of my products that I used. I did try and use my holy grail sort of products for you. Let me know what products do you use for your sort of everyday favorites. So thanks again, guys, for watching my video today. Hope you liked it. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below and click the little bell so you get notified for when I do videos. Like I said, unfortunately I don't do them all the time, so if you click the bell, you'll get notified as soon as I put a new video up. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!